Lucky he didn't get a point taken and could have been uglier. But that kick right there that Machida just threw was one of the new skills that he was looking to land. And also, I love the way that Machida was scrambling, looking for submissions, and hitting sweeps.
All right, so the Dragon picking up the win in his home country. The Brazilian Machida earns the 13th victory of his UFC career.
This is how to properly use the swing kicks properly, okay? What happens usually before they try this kick is they'll land 2 body kicks, like 2 roundhouse kicks or push kicks, whatever it is to the body, and they use that as a setup to throw the swing kick afterwards. So they'll throw, like, you know, a roundhouse kick and go, oh, hit him, you know what I mean? You know, maybe another roundhouse kick, oh, I hit him, okay? And that thing, like, okay, he's not defending that. So now I'm gonna do a much more powerful roundhouse kick and put my entire body weight into it. That comes from the arsenal of capoeira, okay? Now what they do is they'll thrust forward, put in this case their right hand down, because the camera's there. I'm throwing with my left leg, so I'm gonna put my right hand down, put in foundations to throw the left leg, all right? Okay, so I'm gonna put my right hand down, stepping out and leaning out with my right leg and swinging with my left leg, bam, to the body. Very, very powerful kick. One of the more powerful kicks around. Now, if you let it, that's great. But what really happens, especially against a skilled opponent, is that you might land 1 or 2, but you start checking number 3, okay? And that's what jams your kick here. So you might land 1, okay? Boom, all right? And if you catch him completely slipping, you might land 2. Boom, see, that's what happens right there. He'll jam you, boom, it's not gonna happen. Unless you catch him completely slipping, he's gonna check it either with his shin or he'll block it with his elbow, okay? Boom, like that. Something's gonna happen where you won't get it, okay? So you're missing the setup opportunity to try to do the swing kick. If you go right to the swing kick, what happens a lot of times is that they'll catch your leg and drive you directly to the ground and you find yourself in the guard, okay? Like this, okay? You're gonna step out, I'm gonna swing kick, he'll wind up catching my leg and then drag me down. Now you have to work the guard. You have to work the guard from here, okay? You don't wanna be in this position. You might be able to pull it off. You might be able to go for an arm bar, a couple elbows, a triangle, whatever. And that might be even part of your training. But this is not where you want to go to. You want to land the kick, okay? So come on. So, like I told you guys, more than a decade ago, this is how you actually wind up setting it up properly. We're gonna use the Malicia and Malandrangam, right? We're gonna make him think we're doing something that we're not. Make him defend against something completely different. I'm gonna show you both angles. What I tend to do teaching beginners is that we'll teach them how to use the Ginga blitz. So what happened is we'll blitz forward, making it look like we're coming right toward him, but watch my right leg. Watch where my right leg places me once I'm finished with the technique. Here, boom, now I'm back all the way over here. I'm gonna turn this way, right here, so you guys can see us better. All right, from this angle, you can see I'm here, and I'm gonna turn all the way into him. This is very important. I'm gonna slow this down. I'm gonna slow this down so you can see it. It's very important. What you're gonna do here is you're gonna blitz forward and drive directly toward your opponent's thigh with your knee, with your right knee. You're gonna come toward his left thigh with your right knee. You're gonna attack with your left back fist, or you're gonna grab with your left hand. I tend to attack with the punch. That forces a defensive response. You blitz forward and here, bing, this is what you want. Right here, this is the position you want, right here. From here, you can now take your left leg and describe the full ginga into him while you're transitioning into a esquive de frente position. And like I told you, every position and every movement where there is an attack, you need to train with making contact, fighting first. Not that cardio capoeira non-contact stuff that you guys usually learn, okay? So what we're gonna do now is you're gonna take this left leg, you're gonna drive in, just basically do a ginga, bringing your leg into your right leg as you're shifting and dropping your height. Now you're gonna take your knee and either drive into his thigh, between his legs, or his back leg. The idea is, while you're doing that, you're shifting into the esquive de frente position, which is gonna force him to move. You're gonna go here, boom. It's gonna force him to move way out there, okay? When you put the two movements together, I'm gonna go slow enough for the camera to see it. When you put the two movements together, it looks like this, boom here, and boom. That's what happens. Notice how my hand came down and reached toward his rear leg as I drove here. This is an elbow strike into his body. My knee is striking into his thigh, forces him to move, okay? I'm gonna show you again. I'm gonna break it down point by point so you can see it. Because here, that's the setup to do all the kicks you want. The capoeira kicks that they tell you don't work, it work just fine. Just the people who are trying to tell you don't work, they suck. They don't know what they're talking about, okay? You're gonna blitz forward, hit here, boom. Notice how the foot is turning, touching, but I don't stop. I'm using all my energy to immediately pivot from here, and taking this hand, tracking down to below the waist, and going into the esquiva de French position, into him, all right? So from here, I'm pivoting, driving forward, and boom. That's what happens a lot of times. They'll hit the ground right there. This way, stay there, hold, stay there, because I don't want to kick you. I don't want to kick you, stay down, all right? So that's when you can go with either putting a hand down and swing kicking him here, bam, bam, or you can put your hand down and go with a cartwheel kick, bam, bam, boom. That's how you really do it. The reason why these guys have been failing before, come on up, bro. The reason why these guys have been failing before is because they haven't been properly trained. They don't have the functional street warrior training that I proffer, and therefore they're open to people like us who know exactly what to do when we're facing someone who behaves in that way. So again, last time, I'm gonna go smooth and slow so you guys can see it in one sequence, okay? Okay, so in one sequence from the top to bottom, you're here. You're doing your nice smooth movement with them, okay? You're now gonna blitz with your right leg, step forward with punch with your left, and make certain that you're doing an El Jinga with your right leg. So your right leg should be landing back toward his rear leg. You don't want to stop near his lead leg. You want to go as far deep into his rear leg as you can. So one movement, look here, boom, travel over, boom, down he goes, kick it, bam, bam, boom, game over. Okay, now, I already did one going toward the camera. I'm now going to go one a little bit away from the camera so you can get both angles, all right? Smooth movement from the top, all right? You want to feint, make him think you're doing something that you're not doing. Make him use your malicia, your malandragam, right? And then you blitz, jinga out. Bring this leg in, change directions. Change your height. This is height, width, and depth manipulation, posture manipulation. Taking this knee that you've come from here, try and ram it to his thigh, or step between his legs. This forces him to go off balance when that's happening. This right hand is firing a punch as you're dropping. So it's here, bam, triple out, step forward, bam, driving punch. Get that leg down. Punch into the thigh, grab the ankle. Punch in the calf, grab the ankle. As soon as he hits the ground, okay, you can either use your left hand or right hand, because where the camera is, I'm gonna go right hand, all right? You can use your right hand as you step forward with your right leg and swinging, kicking down here. Or if you're a super lefty, all right, you can just take your left hand and just cartwheel, bang, bang, kick, bam, punch with your right. You can do that same option with your right leg, all right, right here. You know, what you want to do is taking a half step forward with this leg. Is if you took him down here, this leg will wind up going forward. That's when you put his hand down, cartwheel, kick, bam, bam, and boom, left punch here. Or drop all the way down and punch here. You can also, before you guys in class, ask, yes, when you drop down here, this is where the lock and the choke comes from. Wham, right here. The one that he did last week. That's where it came from. Same attack. Okay? All right, come on, kid. All right. This is head coach Ross of Attacks Gym Street Warrior Capoeira. Helping me out is my cousin, assistant coach Kent, aka Fatal. Also of Attacks Gym. Behind the camera is his brother, Chris, assistant coach of the Attacks Gym. If you guys have any questions or comments, you already know what to do. Leave it at the end of this video. Thank you very much for your time. Salve.